Hello guys, Pitanger here. So, a lot of people might be wondering, how do you manage all your resources in IS? Do you want DP? Do you want damage? Do you want block? Do you want healing? And the answer to that is all of them. You actually need all of them in order to win a run usually. This is why units that fulfill a lot of roles are actually so much better in IS. So for example, if you need healing and you get offered a Vanguard voucher, then you can pick Myrtle because she can heal. If you need healing and you get offered a supporter voucher, then you can pick Podenko with S1. If you need units that have a low DP cost but you don't have any Vanguard and you don't get offered a Vanguard voucher, then you can pick, for example, a Mountain or a Chung Yue. If you need some entire damage, then you can recruit, for example, Cutter, or you can recruit, for example, Dagon Breaker, or this kind of units, and so on. So I'm gonna do today a very normal IS-2 run in normal mode. I'm gonna show some hard mode later on, and I'm gonna show some IS-3 and IS-4 too. This is gonna be for new players only, and give some general tips. Not necessarily only for IS-2, but just in general. So I'm gonna start with leader squad because it's the best squad when you are starting, because having 4 temporary HP is actually pretty good. You don't need to worry too much about HP, and even if you lose more than 4, it doesn't really matter in IS-2 because you don't get punished too much for losing HP, contrary to IS-3 or IS-4. In IS-3 you get less light, and in IS-4 you get more collapse value. Both of them are very bad. So this is why I'm gonna show you in the perspective of a new player. So I'm not gonna pick any limited units as well, again for the same reason, and I'm gonna simply pick the random squad just to show you that you can probably win with basically everything. So we get a specialist, defender, and a supporter. So specialist, we're gonna get the rope, and here you might be wondering who should you pick. Well, since it's not Braving Nature 6 or Surging Waves 3, we have 6 Hope. That means we can recruit a 6-star. So as defender, you should probably recruit Horn or Jessica Alter. Supporter, you can pick, for example, Gnosis or Virtuosa. And then in this case, as the defender, you would pick Beagle or Spot. In my case, I'm gonna pick Jessica Alter. Keep in mind that I'm pretty sure Virtuosa or Gnosis would do the same thing if you had Spots too. It's just that I don't have Gnosis build and I don't have Spot build. This is what we're gonna go towards. So we have Sensitive, which is we gain more life points and lose more life points. So we're obviously gonna go here and then at the top or middle, so just so we can get the emergency. Let's take a look at our team first. So fortunately, Jessica offers a lot of options. She can deal a lot of single target damage, a lot of AoE damage. She has a lot of synergies with like Spinach. She has technically 5 block. She can attack aerial units. So we don't have a lot of arts damage. We don't have any DP generation, and we don't have any healing. So we're probably going towards this. So first, let's do this first fight, which is gonna be free. So you might be wondering, why am I not deploying any units? In general, in IS, it's best to keep your units on the bench as long as you don't need them. There's exceptions to these rules, but generally speaking, you want this because, for example, if an enemy is getting through, you can deploy it wherever you want it to be. So there's no special enemy there, so we don't really care about deploying more units. Alright, so we have 4 Hope, and we get a Sniper. So you might be wondering, who am I picking? Is it the 5-star? Is it the 4-star? Well, the answer to this is actually none of them. I'm gonna pick Cruz. And the reason for this is, if you don't need immediate damage, and we don't need immediate damage because Jessica Alter actually deals quite a lot of damage, then don't pick anything that is superfluous. Also, Cruz deals quite a lot of damage, so we actually don't need more than her. We want to save this Hope in order to recruit another 6-star. or potentially to E2 Jessica. Perfect. So this is pretty useless. Can be useful against Phantom, but just a bit. So again, we don't need a very powerful medic. We probably only need a Hibiscus for now. Alright, so we get Hope increase, which is actually really good. And then we can recruit a Vanguard, which is one of the things I mentioned earlier that we needed. So that's actually perfect. We also get Crossfire, which is really good with crews. Training could be used to E2 Rope, but that's not a priority. This is decent as well, but we don't need that much squad size at the moment. This is pretty useless. So we're gonna pick a Vanguard. I could pick Ines because, well, she's absolutely broken in IS. But just to, well, not completely break the game, we're gonna pick... we could pick Myrtle, for sure, and save some hope. Actually, we're gonna do that. We're gonna pick Myrtle and save some hope, simply because in the next fight we're gonna level up too. And we're gonna pick Crossfire because it benefits crews a lot. Alright, Imagined is all enemies have more stats. We are gonna go here, probably, yeah. Or we could go for more encounters. It doesn't really matter there. It's just that these combat hubs have more options, so yeah, let's go there. Yeah, sure. Trading HP for Hope is usually the best option. Again, Hope is more important than HP. We could do that. Again, we're gonna level up on the next fight, so sure. Defender, restore 2 SP after being attacked. This is really good for Jessica, so that's good. This is doable. This is doable as well. I don't think there's anything that is not doable there, so let's just do this one. I think this one with Crown Slayer is much more manageable because of the shield of Jessica. We can afford to use our skill more often because of the artifact now. We could use Rope to insta-kill these guys, but it doesn't really matter. I'd rather keep Hope to be a Crown Slayer bait. Alright. So as you can see, we leveled up, so we still have more than 6 hope. And we get a specialist, so we could either go for an E2 rope or another specialist. I kinda don't want to pick another specialist, simply because most good specialists are actually limited. Ella, Texas Alter, Yato Alter, and well, again, I don't want to do a run with limited ops, so I'm gonna go with Rope and wait for the next voucher. Collectible is plus 4 hope, that's absolutely awesome. Enraged and Imagined. We have more combat ops, which is really good. We could go for the safe house, but the issue is we don't have a lot of ops to E2. We could E2 Jessica. That would also skip the emergency. We don't really want that. Let's see there if there's a fight. Yeah, I mean, we don't really need the original Ingots right now. Squad size, that's actually good. We kind of needed some. So now the choice is, do we want the emergency or do we want the safe house? I feel like we probably want the safe house more, simply because E2 Jessica before the boss is kind of mandatory. So let's do that. One of the few instances where skipping the emergency is actually better. This guy is a bit annoying because we need arts damage and we don't have any. So it's gonna be a bit difficult to manage this, unfortunately. Again, this is why the squad is actually very good, because even if you make mistakes, then it doesn't really matter. Yep, that's unfortunate. It happens sometimes. So as you can see, we now need arts damage. So we hope we can recruit a unit that can deal exactly this. So we got God and Vanguard. So we could E2 Myrtle. This doesn't do anything at the moment. There's basically no Vanguard that deals arts damage. And so we should probably pick a God. We could pick Dagon Breacher that ignores defense, for example. And it's probably gonna be the play there. We could also pick Chaubai or Surtur. I think Dagon Breacher is probably better. In normal mode, these guys are much more than manageable. This is not something you can do in hard mode, for example. So see, this is one of the stages that teaches you to deploy and redeploy units over and over. If you hadn't learned that already. 3 enemies, so no special enemy. Alright, and we get Defender and Sniper. So, obviously we're gonna pick E2 Jessica, but just to be clear, picking Sniper here isn't a bad idea. Again, there's a safe house nearby, so we're gonna be able to E2 a lot of our units. It's either Jessica or Dagon Breacher. I just think that picking Jessica for sure, because there's always a chance that the safe house doesn't give us a promotion voucher, is the play there. So fortunately we do get the promotion voucher, so now we have E2 Dagon Breacher as well. So the boss is gonna be easy as hell. So now we have Defense Ignore, which basically counts as arts damage, more or less. Again, if you don't need the unit anymore, retreat it. Here, if you don't need the skill, don't use it. Let's tank one attack with Cruise and deploy Rope. Wait, what? Okay, I wanted to deploy Rope for some reason and didn't manage to. But that's alright. There we go. We protected the chest. That was our goal. Let's prepare Dagon Breacher for these units. Wait. And now. Alright, and we get a guard and a defender. So, let's take a look at what we have. We could pick a defender, just because we have more SP with them. At the same time, the only defender that is worth recruiting at this point, if we're gonna fight Phantom, is probably Shu. Horn is decent as well, but it's probably Shu, and Shu is limited. So again, I'm not gonna pick any limited unit. So we're gonna pick a guard and just Surtur it. So with this boss, you want to kill them both pretty much at the same time. So we could simply do some dumb thing, like this. Let's try and put it low, right? Let's get the shield frozen. Here's probably the best time to kill them. If we can. I don't think we can. It's okay. Yeah, I mismanaged a bit. Doesn't really matter too much. Again, this is one of the perks of Leader Squad. You can basically leak all of these units. It doesn't matter too much. Alright. Now we have 8 hope and we get offered a medic or sniper. So we probably want a second medic, simply because we only have hibiscus at this point. Sniper is also fine, but I feel like medic could achieve the same thing if we picked Reed. It's true, we probably need both. So these are both extremely good. Like Golden Chalice is extremely powerful. Like it's probably the best relic in IS2, I would say. I'm not gonna pick it. Not because it's not strong here, it's extremely strong here. I already have 20 Iridium Ingots, simply because it wouldn't be a good showcase if I did. So I'm simply gonna pick Godmother's token. And as sniper or medic, let's take a look at our collectibles. Our snipers deal more damage, right? So we could do that. I'm a bit afraid of some stages like the poison stage. But at the same time, I don't think we're gonna have to heal a lot of units. Maybe only Jessica. But the other units should probably not be even used. So I think we are gonna pick a sniper, and I'm going for Ray. Maybe Typhon actually. Let me see. So Typhon, her stun would last twice as long, which isn't bad. I still think I'm going for Ray. Alright, there's a rogue trader. We could look into it. Yeah, definitely. There's an emergency after this. That. No. Alright, this is a stage where not having any Vanguard is very detrimental. Fortunately, we do have a Vanguard, so it's not that much of an issue. Jessica to cover both lanes. Again, probably not something you could do in hard mode, but I'm gonna do a hard mode video another time. Again, this is why you need defense signal or arse damage. There we go. So now, let's hope we get another medic and another sniper voucher so we can E2 Ray. So not right now, because we only have 2 hope. We want to skip this guard because it doesn't achieve anything, so let's pick Malenta. The current play is actually very good because I believe... Oh no, I thought the next fight was the emergency. So this fight is gonna make us level up. So let us hope that after that we get either a medic or a sniper or a guard to E2 the Certitude. So here we have a lot of other options, so let's hope it turns out well. This stage is usually one of the easiest. Let's dodge the freeze. See, this is why you don't deploy your medic first. You don't really know what units are gonna need to be healed from the very beginning. Alright, so let's see who we get here. We get a Vanguard. So that obviously means we are gonna E2 Myrtle. We could recruit another 6-star, but see, the issue is we already want to E2 Ray and E2 Surtur. So if we pick another Vanguard, we're only gonna have 2 hope left. And if we have only 2 hope left, we can't E2 Surtur nor E2 Ray. So this is why we actually want to E2 Myrtle. And we are actually blessed because we get both guard and sniper. So that's actually perfect. So let's pick both of them. So for more damage, we can probably pick the Regent. The Regent isn't bad at all. We have a lot of units that synergize with this. So we could pick Advancement too. I don't think any of these are particularly interesting, but since we have still quite a lot of Iridium Ingot in IS-3 or IS-4, this is where I would stop shopping. But see here, it's IS-2, so it doesn't matter too much. I think since HP only matters on rope, we're gonna pick this one. This one is literally free. I'm gonna pick S2 Jessica just for the horizontal range increase. Alright. Let's try to speed this up. Alright, more HP is actually very important against Phantom, because, yeah, we need to talk about something else. Is you need to know which boss you want to fight in advance. So if you want to fight Phantom, you need to prepare by having some HP, if possible, being able to heal nervous impairment, and this kind of things. You don't actually need a lot of things for Phantom. You need Burst, which is why I also got Dagon Breaker and Surtur. Here we don't need... I mean, we could pick Vigil, for sure. If it's free, I'm gonna pick it. Okay, this is a bit late for this, but alright. Obsessed is... okay, we don't really care because, well, it's the last stage anyway. Alright, this is a special stage. And easily the easiest one. We are simply gonna fight Jesselton. Jesselton is kind of a joke. Again, something in the hard mode that is quite difficult to do. As you can see, a joke. This is why you should always do this stage, by the way. It's basically free. Alright, and we leveled up, so we can now recruit another... I'm not gonna pick this, once again, because it's too broken. So here we have a lot of interesting choices. Remember what I said about nervous impairment? I think we should pick Mulberry. Simply because to emphasize my point on what you need to do in order to do what thing. We want to beat Phantom, so we want Mulberry. Again, I could pick a Yafiala, but it's not a good showcase. I want to do a showcase for our new players. This is usually a very difficult stage, but we have a lot of things. Let's prepare for the bear. Let's prepare more. Alright, bear's dead. Let's keep Dagon Breaker just in case. And we need to use her. Alternate between a reskill. Perfect. Again, if you feel like you can't do this stage, just don't do it. You need a lot of AoE or a lot of attack speed, and I had both. So no damage from Sarkis can be useful against some stages on this floor. We don't need a supporter, particularly in a new one. So let's pick you official, who, if I can manage to stun, could be useful. So as you can see, we probably need some squad size. So if I want some squad size, I'm probably gonna go to the rogue trader. We're gonna see. You just need to be careful about these freezing drones. You can either kill them preemptively or tank them by deploying, for example, your Myrtle here. So here, Ray tank them. Here I'm gonna tank this guy for a bit. Just waiting for my Jessica to be unfrozen. Perfect. Fog Machine is fine. We can E2 the Mulberry, which is probably the best choice. So, we definitely want this Rogue Trader rather than this Emergency. Particularly since this Emergency is a nightmare, usually. Let's go for this Rogue Trader and I hope we get squad size. No squad size in the safe house, that's actually pretty bad. We can E2 the Vigil. Let's do this. Alright, let's hope there's squad size there. This is squad size, that's perfect. Actually perfect. This is decent if I can... yeah, I can have another 6-star. So let's get the Hope. Medic or Vanguard. We definitely don't need another Medic, nor another Vanguard. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick a Medic, quote-unquote. And we are gonna immediately promote her. And this is our final squad for the boss. So this is gonna be pretty easy. Increase the attack of Vanguard and Guard. This is actually so good because we have a lot of Vanguard and Guards. We have, I think, 2 Vanguard and 3 Guards? No, 2 Guards. But we also have Melantha, which is pretty much 3 Guards then. So which fight should we do? This one is easy, this one is also easy. There's no real choice to be made there. They are both a joke. Alright, let's spread the poison. We could kill these guys preemptively by putting Surtur here or Dagonbreaker, but that would be overkill. So I don't... There we go. So here I don't think we need anything else. If we get another God of Vanguard, that would be more damage. So we could pick this if we get one. In any case, we won't be able to E2 it, so might as well pick something that has more utility. We get a guard, and that's probably the utility we need. So we have a lot of options. We could pick, for example, Nerd Altar, which is probably the best choice, but again, I don't want to pick a limited op. So with our collectibles, we have more instance of stun, cold, or freeze. So we could pick, for example, Palace. That's not the worst thing. I think we're gonna pick Palace. And I don't even know if we're gonna use her because, well, there's little room for her. I could simply remove the rope because this stage doesn't have any hole, so rope isn't that good of a unit. So let's pick Palace with S2. Jessica will probably want S3, and these other skills are fine. So this is the strategy for Phantom. You definitely want to kill all the mariachis first, and then you want to burst Phantom as fast as possible. Here it doesn't matter too much if some units get through. It's the last stage, who cares? So if I had a caster, that's what I would do, and I have Read Altar, which is basically the same thing. So that's what we're gonna do exactly. You can add the Ray for maximum effect. Phantom takes some time to appear, so you don't need to rush things. You can even kill this guy, it doesn't really matter. Alright, we're fine. So now we wait for Phantom to appear. Let's put Mulberry. Oops, messed up. Alright, so now the goal is we're gonna have to bait the attack, the TP. I didn't expect that much damage, not gonna lie. So as you can see, the goal is to burst. I can see some units are getting passed through here. It doesn't matter too much. Once again, I'm not even gonna use Read Altar. So as you can see, a combination of a root plus burst is more than enough for this guy. And now we can focus here. There we go. And the stage is basically over. So this was the run. As you can see, it's not that much of an interesting run. That's the perk of IS-2. There's not a lot of ways around. There's not a lot of different nodes. It's just to teach you that at the end, what do I have? I have Vigil and Myrtle to generate DP. I have Surtur and Deacon Breacher for burst. I had a Rope and Jessica Alter for lane holding. I have Mulberry as well as Hibiscus for healing. I have Read Altar for range damage. Even took Palace at the end. So that's basically it. You want to fulfill all roles. Obviously, depending on which ending you want to go, you probably want more different things. And that's gonna be for another video. Where the fuck is this guy going? Anyway. Alright, so let's finish this stage real quick. Alright, and this is gonna wrap it up for this video. So next time we are gonna see, we're gonna analyze a run first. And then we're gonna do some overexplained runs. And I'm gonna tell you all the choices I make. So thank you for tuning in and see you next time.